Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast where we discuss trending issues and how they influence the society through the media. Today's discussion focuses on two public figures, which involves educator known as the Gwagwa Queen and also the MP for Ningo Prampram, which is Honorable Sam George. So, we'll be examining how social media shapes public opinion and how online controversies are able to get the reactions of Ghanaian. My name is Stephanie Barnes, and I'm joined by my colleagues.
Investigative.
Samuel Owusu Adu.
Amma Vanessa.
Let's get into the discussion, but before that, let's take a look at this.
There's a gentleman for whom a video was leaked and an altercation between himself and a male lover of him came up last year. A gentleman known as Educator. Now, he can be charged on the basis of the video of male and male intercourse. That is a different thing. But aside from that video that came out, that individual holds himself out and promotes homosexual activity on his social media page. That person is holding himself out, so there is an act, and there is the actus rules and mens rea can be determined from his activity. So you take his activity on social media, his public commentary he has made where
Earlier this year, in I think April on the 22nd, there was a public hearing, or there was a parliamentary hearing which was based on the anti-LGBTQ law, which educator was involved because he's one of the people that comes out publicly as a transgender. So he said that educator can be publicly or can be prosecuted under the bill of the LGBTQ. That's what the whole thing was about. And then educator also came out, also give his opinion or her opinions that he has a right to do whatever he wants to do because, you know, he doesn't want to be a male, he wants to be a female and all that. So I'll be asking each and every one of you on your take on this. So I'll start with you, Samuel. Can you give us your view on what's, happened between these two people?
What I would like to say is, for Honorable Sam George, he was trying to make it clear for the public to know what Educator has done, and also was trying to protect their society so that what is showcased on the media will not influence our upcoming youth. That's what I think. And Educator was also trying to bring out some rights he has to do what he wants, like what he wants to become and what he feels is right for him. So I think they all have views on what they want to do, but once again, Honorable Sam George was just only trying to protect the society and maintain the culture of the country. Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll take your view as well, Vanessa.
I think for Educator, he was trying to be himself.
Not to cut you, but we are in a society. The whole thing was about coming out. He said that he's intimate with another man. That's what made Sam George, because he's not the only person who has come out as a trans, but because of he saying that he's intimate with, he was beat or he did some intimacy with another man. That's why he said what he said.
But I feel like everybody has the right to make their choices.
Okay.
It's their life. You can't decide for them.
So are you saying Sam George, the honorable, is
That's not what I'm saying.
You said everybody has their right to do it.
Yes, it's your life. Like, you can't.
Yeah, it is his life, but he came out publicly. You can do it closed doors, and I don't think anybody will have an issue with you. The only reason he said that was, as I stated earlier, he came out to say that he's being intimate, and he posted it on social media. And then if you look at it, it was a leak, which involves two men, which is not something we do in the country. That's why everything, he's saying that he can be prosecuted and stuff like that.
But maybe he wants everybody to know who he is. So what would you also say about that?
Okay, beyond we are trans, fine. The only issue Sam George had was the leak. You know, there was a video, a sex leak.
Yes.
That was this thing. I think that's why he used him as an example because the other people, you go on social media, you see other feminists, other people who wants to, transform from a man to a woman. But then the fact that he said it that, oh, I did this, that's why he had an issue with him.
Okay.
But that's your opinion. So, anyways, thank you. So, Yvette, I'd like to take yours too.
So my take on this is that in Educator's defense, he has the right to be whoever he wants to be because he has the right to life. That's a fundamental human right. And he is choosing to be a woman. But in religion and in Ghana, we don't accept trans and those who engage in LGBTQ. So I get why Sam John Honorable Sam John made it an issue because by him portraying that sort of lifestyle and he not being prosecuted from it for it is making it seem like it's accepted in Ghana and anybody else that wants to engage in it can do so freely. But that's not the case. There's an anti-LGBTQ bill, but it hasn't yet been passed as a law. So it's still like a bill. So if right now they pass it, it will affect all those who want to engage in it. But still, then it seems as it's free for people to engage in that sort of lifestyle, but we don't accept it in Ghana.
So, why do you think Ghanaians were so interested in the issue? Because a lot of bloggers had it on their, pages, social media. Everybody was talking about it on X, Facebook, Snapchat, everywhere. The issue really trended. Why do you think Ghanaians are so interested in the issue?
Okay, for me, I would say because of how he portrays himself on social media. Like, I think he has brought a whole different flair in a country. Like, he's different from everyone. So, like,
How different is
everybody,
he? How is he different from everyone?
the way Ghanaians think is not the way he thinks. Okay.
You see, Educator, whenever anything comes about him, it's controversial. It's like it's unusual. So it's what word should I use? Like clickbait. So if you hear that something, if Educator has done this or he has said something, a lot of people will be interested to know what he said or he did.
So mine, okay, let me hear.
Okay, why Ghanaians were so interested is because they like the fact that Sam George was trying to fish out a negative aspect of what is happening in the country and which is affecting the society through the media also. And the fact that Educator leak came out with one guy called Hayford and through the media and trying to influence and have certain mindset of our youth and the public. So he set Educators issue because of the LGBTQ bill that was about to come out. So they are trying to use Educator as an example so that we used to caution the upcoming youth and the public to be aware so that they don't end up being at the custody of the police or the law, so that the law will not be the law will not have an effect on them. Yes.
Okay. So how the bloggers, news, media houses shape public opinion on this particular issue?
I think I'll go for this theory, agenda setting. They've given us the media, they've given us a way we should think, like what to think about. Because to some people, like to Educator like this, it's normal to him. But like because of our culture, like the way we were brought up,
The
so
religion.
everybody has their way of thinking. So he sees it in a normal way.
Okay.
So I'll speak on framing theory. So because we don't accept LGBTQ in Ghana, so anything that is concerned about it is seen as bad or negative, even if the person or people involved are doing something good elsewhere. We focus on the bad, the bad or LGBT side of it, but we don't focus on how maybe the person has done something good. The person may have donated something to other people. The media has framed LGBTQ in a way that we just see the people involved in it as bad or like morally unacceptable.
Okay, I would like to talk about power because as Honorable Sam George is trying to use the power in the country to once again shape and make the upcoming youth aware because this behavior of the educator is going to really affect their ideas and shape the society in a different way. Looking at the fact that a full grown man is trying to change his personality into a woman. In our culture as Ghanaians, it doesn't make sense because our culture shows us that we shouldn't or we should follow every traditions and right according to how it is because we can't just come and change it suddenly and follow other people's culture.
But we are evolving. There are new changes. We are in the Gen Z era.
There are new changes there in Gen Z era. See, some of the Gen Z's things are somehow cool, but some are also like destroying the youth. Because trying to change into a gender, imagine how it's going to be like trying to behave like a woman. It doesn't suit our culture, even our religion as a whole. From the beginning of the world to now, when God was created the world, He created what? A man and a woman to be together. And you are growing up and say the world is moving fast, and you say you want to change yourself into a woman, trying to depict what God is trying to say, or
But
trying
the people-
to change what God is trying to say.
But the people who introduce this religion to us are the same people indulging in the same act.
They introduce the media to us not for us to adapt to it solely. Somebody will try to tell you something just for your opinion, not for you to adapt to it.
But
You
we are-
adapt to it if it's going to help you. You don't just adapt to it if it's going to change your life.
But
or
culture
destroy
can
your
be
life.
changed.
Yes, I mean, I've been doing what they are doing. We like to
Culture-
copy the Western style. So if they are doing this thing.
Culture can be changed when it's destroying what? The youth. Like the some
Why are you saying that?
I'm saying that because certain cultures are barbaric and they are destroying us. Because how can you tell me that when a chief dies, we should cut 7 heads so everybody? So it's like we are killing what the people in the country. So it is crime. So it has to be cancelled. But some
But
cultures
it's not a
cannot.
crime for them, right?
Not a
It's
crime.
a culture. So why are you
It's a
saying-
culture. That's why I said some cultures are okay and some are what barbaric. You need to change them. You can't tell me that somebody has died.
So that's the same way educator is also bringing in
His
that-
new style.
Yeah.
But his new style is going to affect what the upcoming youth. Will you
That's-
tell me that?
people can adapt to it. It's their choice.
You see?
Everybody
You
has
see?
right.
See, if it's not seen as bad or unacceptable, a lot of people would
Adapt
like
to
to indulge in it.
Yes.
You
But
get
it's
it?
their life. It's their choice. So what happens to that?
You see, you
So are you
know-
trying to say because I'm in the country and then you guys see things to be bad, I shouldn't do it?
It's not that you see it
Every
to be
country
bad
is backed
Yeah.
by rules
and
and
regulations.
regulations. We
That's
have
why
our
we have a
court, we
president.
have our norms.
But it's not yet a law in Ghana, so
So do you
Why?
support it?
I'm not saying I support it. I just want to know the
But we are all
reason
trying
why.
to, go against the fact that We're not supposed to do this man and woman and woman.
Do you know that?
My take is we shouldn't see them as bad people, or we shouldn't frown upon them.
But that's how the media represents
Yes, that's
them.
how the media represents them. But I think their acts, but not they as like a human being. I get it.
And the media group them as bad because they are trying to change our culture. And also scientists have proven that when a man and a man come together, there's not going to be an offspring. So you can't give birth.
So what happens
So
to
it's going to cut our what do we call it? The way we are going to multiply.
So what happens to the people who do not believe in any religion and they want to indulge in it?
So that's different from Ghana.
LGBTQ is not only about religion.
Yes.
No, I'm not saying it's about religion. I'm just asking that.
That's why I said that those people too, they have their moral,
Yes. They
have
have
their
what
norms.
they believe.
they have what they believe in. I don't think any religion in Ghana believes in man and man and then woman and woman.
Generally, even if you go to the Muslims, when you are caught doing that, you'll be killed. It's against what their laws. And Christianity, because we believe solely that everything will be done by God, we are trying to be soft. And some Honorable Sam George is trying to use the power, that's the law, to what? To grab and stop that. That's why he's using educator as an example. Not trying to tell educator that he should stop what he's doing, but he's trying to use him as an example for the other upcoming youth. He doesn't want educators' actions to influence the upcoming ones, because it is not good. Educator is not trying to change. He has already changed. It's like somebody who has made up his mind to do this. You cannot change that person. So what you are going to do is that you're going to stop that action that the person is doing. You're going to stop it by implementing a bill, or even as much becoming a law, so that the ones who are now coming, our new generations, will not follow up.
Yep, I agree on that. But anyways, we are not here to judge anybody. We're only giving our opinions. So, yep. So I think, okay, let me ask this question. Do you think people online react emotionally before checking facts?
I would say yes, because there have been many instances that if somebody comes out to say, oh, this happened to me, and they start crying, a lot of people will side with them before they even know what happened before what happened.
Yeah.
Like the example of a girl called Mirabel, some rape case in Nigeria.
Yeah.
The girl posted a video where she was crying, and yes, everybody was like
Siding with her.
Then a later on came out that it was a lie. Yeah.
Okay,
Vanessa,
so
do you have anything to say on that?
what I like to
I agree
say
with her.
is it's very painful. The regret and the suffering the parents have gone through, taking up and bringing up this child, is going to be what? It's going to be shown. Because let's say educator is now caught and the court has given him 5 years to imprisonment because of what he has done to himself and to the society. Imagine how the parents are going to feel. All their hard earned and everything are going to be a waste. So that's what I'm saying. The emotions is going to show. It's going to be shown mostly in the parents and the family, and a little to the society, if they care. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your opinions. As I said earlier, we are not here to judge anybody. We are just giving our opinion. Thank you very much for your opinions. So today's discussion has been very educative. We have shown that social media is not just a place for entertainment, but also how the social media can shape public influence. So thank you for listening to our podcast. We hope that you enjoyed every bit of it. Hope to see you next time. Thank you.